Hi guys, hope you're all well. This is Ulas. Today we'll be studying the deltoid muscle. Okay guys, let's get started. Guys, where have we seen the deltoid muscle? Where is it present? Deltoid muscle is present in the shoulder region. It is a chief abductor of shoulder joint from 15 degrees to 90 degrees. It is an abductor, isn't it? So do you know why do we call it as deltoid? What is delta? Delta is basically this shape. It is similar to a triangle. See guys, when we have been studying in maths now, we represent delta by this symbol. It is similar to a triangle, right? Deltoid muscle is also similar to a triangle. Deltoid muscle, the base is this way and apex is thought to be in the deltoid tuberosity. That is how it is seen. So it is called deltoid. There is one more reason why it is called deltoid. See guys, you might have seen this symbol now. This symbol is of a delta. It is a Greek alphabet. We have seen it in physics and mathematics, isn't it? The same delta, if I invert it, see here. This is how a deltoid muscle looks. Deltoid muscle is like this. It is going inserted into the deltoid tuberosity. So that bend is formed by the tendon of the deltoid muscle. Isn't it interesting? Now let's go into the origin, insertion, nerve supply and action part of the deltoid muscle. See, what is the origin of a muscle? Origin of a muscle is the least movable part of a muscle, isn't it? Some people even call it attachments. For our convenience, we will keep it as origin and insertion. Okay, guys, see here. What is the origin of the deltoid muscle? Origin of the muscle is given by three bones: the clavicle, the acromion process, and the scapula. Acromion process and scapula are the parts of the same bone, isn't it? So what part of clavicle? Clavicle, that is the anterior border of the clavicle. Of the whole clavicle, no. The lateral one third of the clavicle. The lateral one third of the clavicle is giving rise to origin to deltoid muscle. Then acromion process. Acromion process, whole of acromion process, but whole surface, no. Only the lateral border of acromion process. Only the lateral border of acromion process is giving rise to deltoid muscle. Then scapula. What part of scapula? The spine of scapula. Only the spine? No. The spine is coming and giving us crest. Whole crest? No. Only the lower lip of that crest. See, there is a spine coming here. That is becoming crest here. Crest like this. The lower lip of the crest is giving rise to deltoid muscle like this. Okay. So, these were the origins. Then, where is it getting inserted? It is coming from all this region. It is inserted into a tendon in a triangular fashion. Where? To the humerus. Whole humerus? No. Upper part of humerus. Whole upper part of humerus? No. The lateral aspect of humerus. Only the whole lateral aspect? No. There is the deltoid tuberosity in the lateral part of upper end of humerus. That is where the deltoid muscle is getting attached. Now guys, deltoid muscle is a skeletal muscle, isn't it? The skeletal muscle is under voluntary control. If it is under voluntary control, it has to be supplied by a peripheral nerve, isn't it? What is the peripheral nerve supplying the deltoid muscle? The peripheral nerve supplying the deltoid muscle is one of the nerves which is under the cover of deltoid muscle. That is the axillary nerve. It is present in axilla, winding around the surgical neck of humerus. So it is also called as circumflex nerve. That is supplying the deltoid muscle, isn't it? See guys, that was the nerve supply of the deltoid muscle. Then what is the action of deltoid? Action. It is a chief abductor of shoulder joint, isn't it? The middle fibers, basically middle fibers of the shoulder joint, that has a beautiful arrangement. I'll show you now. See here guys, this is a pictorial representation of what we have discussed till now, isn't it? Abhi dekhna, this is the crest of spine of scapula, this is the acromion process, this is the clavicle, isn't it? It is taking origin from all three and getting inserted into the deltoid tuberosity. This is the deltoid tuberosity. It is going attached now. See, from the acromion, there are 4 tendinous septa coming in. 4 tendinous septa. They are giving origin. But its insertion is by 3 tendinous septa. How? Or those 4 turning into 3? No. There are 4 like this from acromion process or from origin. For insertion, there are 3 septa like this. So the fibers, muscular fibers are binding it tightly. So that improves the function of the muscles while contracting and going off. So that is what makes it so powerful abductor of the shoulder joint. It is one of the very important muscles. See here, you can see this arrangement now guys. See here, this is the arrangement of those fibers. See how well it is binding to each other and improving function, isn't it? So the middle fibers basically are multipinnate. So the multipinnate fibers are a very strong abductor of shoulder joint. Some references say it as 0 to 90 degrees, others say as 15 to 90 degrees. The first 15 degrees of the abduction is done by the supraspinatus muscle, 15 to 90 degrees by the deltoid muscle, especially from the middle fibers. Now see, anterior fibers function is very easy. How? See here, this is our anterior fibers, now it is front. If they contract, will they cause flexion of the shoulder joint or the extension? It will cause flexion. Then see here, I'm keeping like this. If it contracts, will it cause medial rotation or lateral rotation? It will cause medial rotation. Those were the actions of the anterior fibers. Then posterior fibers, what? If they contract, will it cause extension or flexion? Obviously extension it will cause. Will it cause lateral rotation or medial rotation? It will cause lateral rotation. Because it's in the back now, if it pulls from the back, it will obviously go laterally, isn't it? So that was the reason it is forming the lateral rotation. So these were the actions. It has a wide range of actions. Flexion, extension, medial rotation, lateral rotation, abduction by different parts of the fibers, isn't it? The anterior and posterior are said to be unipinnate fibers. The anterior and posterior deltoid basically. See, what is the clinical significance? The very beautiful topic. Guys, in this time you might have taken the COVID vaccine, or you might have seen people getting the COVID vaccine. Where do they give? They give it into the muscle. Here also. So that is the intramuscular injection. An intramuscular injection is given into deltoid muscle, and more often it is even given in the gluteus medius muscle. We'll study that when we are studying in pelvis. Many vaccinations, the tetanus toxoid injection, they are given intramuscularly. Then guys, when we are giving injection to the muscle over there, there is a nerve under cover of that muscle. That is the axillary nerve which is supplying that muscle. See, if we poke a needle into such nerve, it will get damaged, isn't it? The muscle will get paralyzed. So impaired abduction of the shoulder joint. You cannot abduct the shoulder joint from 15 to 90 degrees. Okay, till 15 supraspinatus. After that it won't be able to happen. And there is a sensory loss of this region. We'll study that when we are studying the structures under the cover of deltoid region. We call it the regiment bad sign. Okay, guys, if you have any doubts, please post it in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer. Take care. Bye.